because I had a client the other day. I was touring a new property we listed with a buyer, and my client said to me, Lisa Marie, I don't normally trust real estate agents, because when people see us, they think you're a realtor or you're a real estate agent. And I took that as a huge compliment. And that comes from what you were saying, Matt, about educating our clients. And the big one for me is listening, like really listening to what people are saying and asking better questions to get better answers. And so I'm committed to, I'm licensed in California as well, like you are, Matt, and in Nevada. And I'm working on my CCIM and also my CBI. And then I've decided, we had a guest on, Brianna Berg, a while back, and she has her husband's a business broker, and she's a certified valuation, is it analyst, CBA?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be working on that next year. And I ran into a CPA at a networking event recently, and I asked him about the association that does the certified valuation analyst. Right. He said, as a CPA, some of the best training he's received in his career. And, CPAs are way higher up on the scale of trusted individuals than real estate agents. We're kind of like at the bottom by the used car salesmen and the attorneys, although we're doing a huge service for our clients. So Stephanie and I appreciate that idea of educating, because most people don't know what business brokers are. Most of them don't have real estate licenses. I found that out when I went to my first IBBA conference like 3 years ago. I was like,
the wild, wild west.
That's exactly what I called it. That's right. The wild, wild west. And, the other thing, just switching gears a little bit, Matt, that I find is so very important in selling businesses is timing. Mm. What are your thoughts on that?
Timing in terms of being like on top of the process.
I think I'm talking more about the seller side, because if they want to get fair market value for their business, then they need to be selling it at a certain time versus what Stephanie and I might call the fire sale, when, someone's sick or someone's passed away or they want to move. Or so to me, timing, and that's part of where we can educate people. What are your thoughts on that?
Right. No, absolutely correct. So, and I can think of it in two different viewpoints. One is the much broader view, and I can give you examples. So back in actually there was a publication, a research study published by the Pew Institute of Research in 2016, which I came across, and they were saying that, wait a minute, January 1, 2010, the first baby boomer turned 65. So back then there was expected that we should see a huge flood of businesses coming to market, and it didn't happen. What happened? Why? And the answer was, after they interviewed so many business owners, the answer was the 2008 crash. And because, as we know, for many of the baby boomers, their retirement fund comes from the proceeds of the sale of their business.
Yes.
So they said, well, we have to work another 10 years to get it back to where it was. So now fast forward, well, from back then, it was last quarter of 2019. And I remember having these conversations with almost every business owner that I met. And I was telling them, look, you're doing really well. The market is doing really well. There's a lot of money out there chasing good businesses. You've got a great business. Next year, we know is going to be, it's an election year, and referring to 2020, right? The chances are it's going to be a very hectic year because of what's going on. So if you have any inclination of selling your business, now is the time, because you never know what's going to happen next year. You may have to push it to 2021 then. People may just wait. In the election year, people just wait to see.
And then what happened?
And COVID hit, right?
COVID, yes.
COVID hit. Now, as probably you have seen, Many of those business owners are in their 70s. People who call us late 70s. They are completely out of runway.
Yeah.
Right? They're afraid.
Yep.
What if something else happens? So
Yes.
now it is what it is. Same as you probably get calls. I want to sell my business yesterday. And I'm okay, we do business valuation. I'm sorry. I know you wanted, for example, I'm throwing numbers out $4 million, but your business is only worth 2.5. What would you like to do? Wait another 2 years or go to market at 2.5? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
that's
are
such
the
a good,
options,
such a
right?
good point about business owners, regardless of age. It has to do with their engagement. Are they in it still, or are they like you said, they're running out of runway, either time or just that level of enthusiasm and juice that they had about their business when they started it. They may have other things going on, and sometimes that's a challenging client because
Right.
where their business is at as far as value and what they're wanting it to be can it's not always aligned, and time is of the essence, so pricing is so important, right?
Exactly. And going back to your first question, Lisa Mary, is being that trusted advisor, right? We don't tell them, yes, I'm going to sell it at this price only to reduce the price 3 months, 6 months. We're very upfront with them. Look, here's the business valuation. We told you your business is worth 1.4 million. I know you want 2.5 million, but it's not going to sell at 2.5 million, right? If you don't trust us, we appreciate it, but that's what we can do for you. And many of the business owners, as you may have experienced, they really appreciate that honesty and upfrontness, because we know we're not going to give them a runaround. So again, goes back to being educated, knowing how to do a business valuation, and then providing what is to the business owners, and be truthful to them, be trustworthy.